Hello, Lion Cubs. Mr. Becker here again, coming to you from my casita at the beach. Welcome. Today we're going to be doing our second lesson on Earth Day. And remember, Earth Day should be every day because it's very important to take care of the Earth. Today we want to focus on reusing things. So reusing your old things so you don't have to throw them away. I know you're looking at my surfboard, and my surfboard has something to do with our theme today, reusing. Let me show it to you. So this is a surfboard I've always wanted. It's called Lost. You know how like sometimes Mr. Becker walks around school, you see him, he looks a little lost, he's in La La Land. But yeah, this is a Lost surfboard and I've always wanted one. They're very expensive new, but I had a friend who was selling it. He didn't want it anymore, so we reused it. So instead of me buying a new one, I bought it used. So we reused the surfboard. One really great feature about this board that I just want to share with you really quick is if you look at the bottom, it has 4 fins. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's called a quad fin. Now what I can do is I can take these 2 fins out and put a fin in the back, and that will give me 3 fins, and that's called a tri-fin. So with the quad fin, the board is faster, and with a tri-fin, you have more control. So anyway, we'll put that right back here. This is one of my favorite boards, and I was so happy that I didn't have to buy a brand new surfboard, and we were able to reuse this one, found a new owner, this guy, Mr. Becker. So anyway, let's talk a little about reusing and what are some of the things we can reuse. So I'm gonna split the screen here, friends, and remember, last time we read Earth Day every day. Today I'm gonna read Choose to Reuse, just like how Mr. Becker reused his surfboard. And we're going to start at the glossary. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. Our first word is burned, means to set on fire. Second word is buried, something put in a hole in the ground and then covered with dirt. Next one is plastic, something invented by people that can be made into things such as water bottles and toys. Now, Mr. Becker's not the biggest fan of plastic, and you know what? I'm going to explain that to you later in the story. Reuse, to use something again, just like how Mr. Becker reused that lost surfboard. I bought it used, and now I'm reusing it. And thrift store, a place where already used items are resold. Here's a little secret. See this nice shirt Mr. Becker's wearing? I walk around school, everyone says, "Ooh, Mr. Becker, what a nice shirt. Wow, you must have paid a lot of money for it." Shh, don't tell anyone, friends, but I bought it at a thrift store and I only paid a few dollars for it. So don't tell anyone, all right? It'll be our secret. All right, let's go to the beginning of the book, friends. So here it is. I'm going to open this up, and it's choose to reuse. Let's read the description. Oh, I almost forgot. So our author is Lisa Bullard. She's the author, so she's the one that what? Yes, wrote the words. And it was illustrated by a gentleman named Wes Thomas. What did Wes Thomas do? Illustrator does what? You got it. Draws the pictures. So it says, we all throw away too much stuff. Watch Tyler find ways to reuse his old things. It's a chapter 1, and we're right over here. Think before you toss. Hey, I'm Tyler. See how much trash my family makes? Taking out the trash is my job. Good thing I've built these big muscles. Tyler and Mr. Becker have something in common. We both got what? Big muscles. But all this trash just isn't my problem. It's also really bad for the earth. It says, Mom agrees that we throw away too many things. So my family is going to reuse more. That means using things again, just like Mr. Becker's surfboard. The more we reuse, the less trash we make. And look at that landfill, all that trash. That's not good for the earth. It says right over here, the trash we all make is usually buried or burned. Someday we will run out of places to bury trash, and burning trash makes the air dirty. Reusing something instead of throwing it away keeps the earth cleaner. Chapter 2, No Need for New. Mom and I are going to practice reusing all day. First, we sort out my school supplies. I'm going to hide myself here, friends, so I can see that. Good. I can reuse old pencils when school starts again. They've already been to school, so they're already smart. It said some restaurants give you crayons to use while you wait. If the restaurant isn't going to reuse them, take them for your school supplies. Great idea. It said, my big muscles mean my old clothes can't fit. This guy talking about his big muscles, man. Oof. We pack them up for my little cousin. My mom takes me to the thrift store. We find great used stuff there. And trust me, I've found a lot of really cool stuff at a thrift store as well. Oh, back to reading. Those jeans don't cost much. Maybe mom will let me get this baseball bat too. It said instead of throwing away shopping bags, reuse them next time you go shopping. You can also bring cloth bags to the store. You can use them again and again. One thing Mr. Becker does, I don't like reusing shopping bags. That's why I have a cloth bag. So what I do is I take this cloth bag and I use it over and over again. So what I'm trying to say is I don't like using the plastic bags that they give you at the store. When you use these, you use less plastic, and using less plastic is better for the earth. It said, my bike is broken. We drop it off to be fixed. Sure, it would be cool to get a new one. But getting rid of my old bike would make a lot of trash. Fixing it is better for the earth. Fixing things is a good way to reuse. The factories where new things are made use a lot of power. Using power makes the air dirtier. So remember, new isn't always better. Where's Mr. Becker? Ah, here I am. Chapter 3. Reusing can be fun. We have a picnic lunch with Ben and his mom. We use cloth napkins. They seem really fancy, doesn't it? But we can't reuse paper napkins. It says, I tell mom next time, I'll just wipe my hands in my shirt. Ooh, that's nasty. Carry reusable bottles when you're away from home. Too many plastic water bottles end up in the trash. It also takes energy to make new plastic bottles. Look at Mr. Becker. See, I have a reusable metal bottle, so I always refill it and take it wherever with me. That's smart thinking. I don't like plastic because remember, plastic winds up in a landfill. I can use this over and over and over again. I pay a little money for it, but in the long run, it pays for itself. After lunch, Ben and I trade toys. Now we both have something new to play with. Oh, let me hide myself. It says, next, Mom and I go to the library. That way I can build my brain muscle too. I check out books and a movie for tonight. Where's Mr. Becker? Well, it said visiting a library is a very easy to reuse. You borrow a book and read it. Then you bring it back so that somebody else can borrow it. Library books get reused again and again. Most libraries have music, movies, and video games too. It said, when we get home, I remember Grandma's birthday. Grandma says, Homemade presents are the best. I find something I can reuse. I am painting a picture of my dog Pete on this can. Now it's a pencil holder for grandma. And over here in the corner, it says, what other things can you reuse in your art projects? Use newspapers or old drawings to cut up wrapping paper. Cut up old cards and glue pieces together to make birthday cards. Now you're a reusing artist. Said, I've been reusing all day long, but too much trash is still being thrown away. Will you start reusing too? Yes, you will, because Mr. Becker's going to be watching you. Then I can find another way to save the earth tomorrow. And friends, that is the end of the story. Remember, reusing old things so they don't wind up in the trash. That's what we're talking about here. Let's go on to our lesson. All right, oh, here I am. So let's go on to our lesson here, okay? And this is what, while I do this, what I want you to do is get out a pencil and piece of paper, or maybe if you already have one, just gonna give you a quick second, okay? All right, let's see, where we go. Can you guys see good? Ah, all right. We don't want to tip the surfboard over. Whoa, whoa, oh, it almost fell. Take my glasses off. Okay, you guys are back with a pencil and a piece of paper. Good. What I want you to do is I want you to write, I can help the earth. That's going to be the title. Next, you're going to write 3 items I can recycle. Next, we're going to do 2 items I can reuse. And finally, 1 way I can reduce. Go ahead and write those. They'll be up here. You can also pause the video. And remember, this book that we just read, you can find it on Epic. So I assigned it to some of my classmates, and hopefully your teacher can assign it to you too. Or if you just go over to Epic and look for Earth Day, these books will come up, okay? So 3 items I can recycle. Let's go ahead and do the first one together. What color do you want me to use? Oh, all you girls said pink. You got it. All right, so we're gonna go with the pink one. So remember, when you write a sentence, always try to make it a powerful sentence. Use some detail, and I'll show you. We'll do the first one. So 3 items I can recycle. So I'm going to do 1 item. So 1 item that I can recycle is, I'm going to say, I can recycle cans. And we can add on to it to make it a powerful sentence. Where? How about at home? And period. Remember, I have a period and I have a capital letter. So I can recycle, always reread. I left something out. Cans. What do I need to put there? You got it, an S. I can recycle cans at home. Now what you're going to do is you're going to come up with 2 ideas, and then 2 items you can reuse. Remember, Mr. Becker reused this shirt. Mr. Becker reused that surfboard. I'm sure there's some things that you reuse at home. And finally, 1 way you can reduce. That means use less of something. I know that in my classroom, we try to reduce and use less paper. All right, that's it, Lion Cubs. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson, and I will see all of you next time. I miss you very much. I miss you this much, and hope to see you guys soon. Take care, be safe, and adios.